Alright guys, so I'm going to go through how to download the PS3 version of the mod. So you've got the link to my Dropbox there, and these are the mod files. So 0A to 0G and then eboot.bin. So you just click here and you download them. I've already done it. I'm just going to kind of skip through it. Everybody knows how to download something. It takes roughly 5 minutes. It's not that big of a file. So once you download everything, I just drag it onto my desktop there. That's the College Hoops 2K mod. And then whatever program you use to, unzip it, it's up to you. I don't know how to do this on a Mac, so I'm doing it on a PC, which I hate using a PC. I only use a PC for this and like 2 other games really. So here is what it looks like unzipped. You can see these are the icons. Let me scroll up. Oops, don't want to open that. But so you've got, again, everything I had just mentioned earlier, 0A all the way down to 0G and then the eboot bin. Okay, so everything is open. I'm just going to copy that. And I just created a new folder on my desktop, just called it new folder. And then I just already did this. I just pasted everything directly in there. So whenever you, whatever program it is you want to use to unzip it on a PC, it doesn't matter to me. If you know how to do this on a Mac, that's great. You could probably do it. I can transfer rosters on a Mac, no problem. But for this, it's just much easier to do it on a PC for me personally. So now that I've got the mod opened on my desktop, I'm gonna close BreeZip down. So here's everything that I need. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the game, which is already on my USB drive. So it's on my E drive. So here is games. I'm just gonna click on that. So here's the actual game itself, College Hoops. And then here is PS3. These are all different folders within inside the game. And you're going to come down to the USRDIR folder, and all you're going to do is you're just going to copy again here, and you're going to take all of these files and you're going to paste them over top of the files that are in here already. Now I've already done this, and I think your original files, you're going to be short 1 or 2 of these, I believe it was. So it might not look exactly like this when you open it up for the first time, but the point being is that once you copy the files from my Dropbox, you copy them and then you paste them in here, and that's all you got to do. So once you copy and paste them in there, you can close out and you can just eject your USB, and then I will take you over to how to load it when you're actually on the PS3. The right files over here on the USB for the mod, we're gonna just come in, and this is the same thing as College Football Revamped, so I'm assuming you would have already done this. So you just want to enable hen. I honestly don't even know what this stuff does, but I know it works. So this just takes a second, and then we come down to Multimen, and I'm gonna go ahead and start that up. Again, not sure what it even does. I know it works well because I've used it for the College Football Revamped. So this is the 2 things that you need to download if you haven't in order to get the mod file to work. Alright, so I'm actually just going to play it right off the USB. You don't even need to copy this onto your hard drive. You can if you want to. I've done that in the past, but we were testing this so many different times that it just got to the point where I'm just going to play it off the USB, because like having to load it and copy it every single time got to be a long process. So I'm just going to play it directly off there. And what's great is that it does work with existing legacies. The only issue is occasionally on some of the courts that were updated, the area inside the paint doesn't get updated properly, and it's too complicated for me to even try to explain. I know why it does that, but if you start a new legacy, those updated courts 100% will work. And it's honestly, it's a minor thing. I had a legacy that was going on already, and I don't even really notice it, but and it's really only the NCAA tournament courts and like one of the I think it was the Battle for Atlantis court. But anyway, so now I'm going to go ahead and load the game. So I'm not playing it off the disc. This is what it should look like. I'm playing it off, and you've got the old Luke Garza picture there in the center Colin Gillespie. I'm playing it off of the USB. So I'm just going to open it there. I'm not playing it off the disc. Okay, that's something totally different. But all of my old files will still be there. All my old legacies, settings, whatever it is that you've done and saved in the game, you can still pull those up within the modded version. So like I was saying, I play with 3 different teams in a legacy, and all of the courts were updated and had no issues using them with inside the legacy. There was only a couple little small areas with inside the paint where the color was just a little bit lighter, and sometimes that made it a little bit harder to see. But for the most part, it works with an existing legacy. So I've also got the rosters loaded, the updated ones. Those are meant to kind of go with it, but not 100% necessary. You might run into a glitch here or there if you don't have the updated rosters. I honestly don't know. But let's check out Binghamton. Make sure we got the mod loaded. And there's the Bearcats. And that's the event center. All right, cool. So here's how you know for Binghamton that the court is changed, because their court isn't much different than what it was. But the big difference here is you see a B at center court, where the old center court logo was the Bearcat itself, the actual, I don't think it's an actual animal. I should know this because I went to school there. But you'll notice the big B at the center instead of the older Bearcat logo. So that's one of the changes in terms of this court. And then also the wood texture is going to be glossier, which I mentioned before. So mod is loaded, good to go. It only took me 2 seconds to enable Hen. It took me 2 seconds to do the multi-man thing, and then 2 seconds to click back into the game and load it from the USB. So pretty simple process once you do it once or twice. The first couple times might be a little bit annoying because you got to double check some things, but I always like to just make sure that I got the right mod in there, and then we're good to go, and that's it.